Hello everyone, this is Niladri and today we will talk about one of the tips and tricks in Jira. I think we were talking about that we will be bringing up a couple of Jira tips and tricks. So in this video what we will try to understand is how you can import subtask for multiple stories as together. And as we know that whenever you plan a sprints and if you are working on subtask, you may need to import couple of subtasks. Those are predefined or you may need to add them manually. So what we will try to do is let's create a sprint first. So as you can see, this is the Jira screen and I will first create a sprint. I'm just giving it as a default name and let's assume these are the stories that we have planned for it. And these all the stories that we need to create subtask. And to work on that, what I will be doing is I will be first creating an Excel. Through that, I will be doing an import. So let's do that. I'll just bring up an Excel quickly. So this is one of the Excel where I'll say, okay, this is first is parent key. And then I will be saying, okay, this is my summary. That will be the summary of your subtask. And that's all what I am just importing it right now. So what I will be doing, the parent key, you need to first try to identify what are the subtasks he wants to create. For example, I want to do analysis, development, let's say design, testing, review, done. Or done, no, this is what I want to create. So this is something I will be needing for all of them. So for understanding how many stories I have, if I look into here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll be creating 7 sets of these. And the parent key, I may have, for example, this is JT-1, JT-1. Then I'll be going for a JT-2. Then I'll be going have created, and there are few blank rows that I don't need, so I'll just delete all of them. And I need to save it as an CSV file. So I'll click on save as, browse, and in my download folder itself, I will save it as CSV. Okay, this is UTF-8. That is what we will be using in our Jira. So I'll say task import underscore stage 1. I'm using stage 1 because I will be using the file for some other purpose as well. Now over here, if I wants to do a bulk import, how I can do that? I'll go into project and sorry, I will go into advanced issue search and I will be going for import and I'll choose the file. So the file that I have saved that is under my download folder. Okay, task import stage 1. Great, I'll click on next. And this is all the default value it's coming up, but I will select the project where this is a Jira tutorial project that I am working on. I'll click on next. And then there are two fields it's found. One is the parent key. So I'll map with the parent key as parent ID. And the summary I'll be selecting as summary. All right, let's see what's happened with this. Now before we start, I'll just show you what is our current state. I'll just duplicate this tab and show you where are we right now. If I go into our projects Jira tutorial, we had created couple of sprints. So now You can get this number by exporting a query, or you can bring that up by. Okay, something went wrong. It's not refreshing. Okay, so you can get this data by creating a JQL or any filters or the board settings, or you can use whatever the way you wants to do. Ultimately, we need to get some Excel like that we have talked about. So this is what we have captured. All right. So now what I will be doing is I'll go for this import. I'll click on next and let's see what's happened. Okay, this is asking for a quick mapping. Okay, this will map with this value and this will map with this value. Okay, I'll say begin import. Okay, projects are being imported from, and it's just doing the import. After that, it will show you the result, what exactly it's happened. Okay, the issues analysis does not have subtask type, and its parent ID mapping will be ignored. All right, so after this import, what we have realized that, okay, those issues were imported and it's giving an error that does not have a subtask issue types, its parent ID mapping will be ignored, something like is this coming up. So what exactly happened is, when we imported that, those were, instead of coming as a subtask, all of them as came up as an story, so we don't need them. So this is what our, not our intention was. Our intention was to doing it, create subtask for that. So in our Excel, what we have, we will try to create some types in our Excel. Okay, so I'll say, okay, issue type is subtask, and I will be keeping it for all of them. I'll save it, and again I will try to import it once again. So this time what I will be doing is, before directly importing it, I'll validate it. So whenever you are importing, validate it for better understanding whether it will be successfully import or not. All right, so what I will be doing is I'll go back and again over here from filters, advanced issue search, I'll just keep this tab open so that we can refer it little later. And over here I'll say import issues from CSV. I'll choose the same file because I already have created the data. I'll click on next. I'll select the same project and I'll go next. Okay, now this issue type is actually coming up. I'll try to see, this is actually my issue type, and parent key will be the parent ID. Summary will be summary, and I'll import that. Let's see the mapping, what comes up now. Okay, so subtask will map with subtask, rest everything will map as it is. I'll just validate and see what exactly it's show me. Okay, so it says everything looks good, there is no problem. I'll just click on begin import. All right, the import is successful now, seems like. Let's see what we have got. This is the previous error that we have received, that imported completed 5 items, but this was as we have not included the type. This is what we had inputted, and as the types were not mentioned earlier, it was created as a parent items, and the next time we created the type what we are importing, and it's created successfully. So let's see in the stories whether the subtask got created or not. So I'll just create it like this. So over here, what I can see, this is what we have, and these are all the subtasks you got created. So this is how we will be importing subtasks. Now let's see if we want to import the subtask with some estimated efforts, how that can be possible. All right. So we'll watch on our next video about how to import the subtask along with the estimated efforts for any subtask that we already have created. All right. We'll see you in next video. Thank you.